What's going on, everybody? What's going on to the world? DS1 Ross told you I was coming right back. Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And I'm back here. Y'all see the topic? Content creators. Content creators. Yeah, I unblocked everybody. Shout out to everybody on the check-in. But this is something that really needs to be, spoken on, man. Content creators. Are you a content creator, or are you a person who uses your hate to create content? No doubt, homie. I ain't even worrying about that. But like I said, content creators. Are you a content creator, or are you a content creator? Shout out to my brother, Uncle Shug, man. He came up with this content creator concept, and I told him, yo, I gotta use that, man. So shout out to my man Shug for that, man. But shout out to my brother Gab Talk Media in the chat also. I was on his show last night, and we kind of touched on that. You know, a lot of people wonder why their channels get shut down, why their channels get attacked by trolls, and you know, a lot of times it comes from the type of content we create. You know, we really don't. Sometimes we really don't sit back and analyze from what form of energy we're actually creating from. And a lot of us create from hate. A lot of us create from hate, man. It's a difference when, you know, you going back and forth with people, or you responding to what somebody said to you, than when you're actually creating content from hate, from the fact that you just don't like somebody. A lot of us doing that. That's a fact. From the dark side of self. That's the truth. We got to understand that energy is energy, but you choose what type of energy to put out there. And the way you formulate it, it could be taken either way. You see? There's a lot of content creators out here. A lot of people has built their channel off of content creating, but they call themselves content creators. But you're just a content creator, because every time you go to create, it's you talking about how much you don't like something, how much you hate something, how much you hate somebody. You're not a creator, you're a creator. And what you're doing is you're creating an atmosphere for hate and negativity to exist, to dwell. But this is what I was talking about in my series that I just finished up on the last stream. If y'all haven't, if y'all didn't have a chance to catch the stream, y'all go watch it. I just finished it up, part 4, Clout Chasers, on the series Has Social Media Desensitized Us? See, we don't understand that when we use our hatred to create, what we do is we're creating an atmosphere for something negative to happen. You see? This it's the same thing. It's the same thing with these rappers. Diss tracks, you know, threatening people, all of those things, what you're doing is you're actually setting the stage for somebody to get hurt. You setting the stage for somebody to lose their freedom, for somebody to lose their life. Because you a hater. By you putting that energy out there, you gonna get what you looking for. Understand that. So don't think because 30 people watching you, you see what I'm saying? Don't think because 30 people, 40, 50, 60 people watching you that you doing something right. Because we love bullshit too. You see? Everybody loves to be entertained by the bullshit. And this is why content creators exist a lot more than content creators on YouTube. Because those videos that people like to make, hating people and hating on people, they get a lot of views. Because a lot of people walking around filled with hatred, filled with animosity towards people. See? We don't understand that though. We don't understand. But then you wonder why we can't move to the next level as a people. It's because most people are filled and fueled by hate. And you can't progress that way. You cannot progress always talking about what you hate and who you hate. That's not even progressive language. You know, we like to talk about, well, the language and the language. Well, what about the language that you using when you creating content? What about that language? What about that language? A lot of you pro-blacks, I don't consider myself pro-black. I used to until I saw that there is there's a difference. You have pro-blacks and then you have people who are black first. And that's what I consider myself to be now. I did a stream about this. Y'all could go check it out. It's on my channel. Pro-black versus black first. what is more beneficial. And I came up with that conversation because a lot of pro blacks that I see on YouTube and on social media, they're really not pro anything. They're really just against anything that people don't agree with. So a person can't be pro black because they don't hate white people. So if I don't hate white people, then that means I'm a coon because I don't hate white people. This is the mindset of a lot of us who consider ourselves to be pro black. See, when you're black first, you don't really sit back and focus on who's white, who's Asian, who's any of that. What you focus on is the policies that's affecting you as a black person. You're not focused on the person who's white. You're not focused on the person who's in an interracial marriage. You're not focused on that. See, you more focused on the person's behavior. You see, what benefits could they bring to you? But see, a lot of people who consider themselves pro-black are just haters. And when I say haters, I'm talking about people who are filled with hate and they're fueled by hate. And that's not going to lead to progression for black people. This is why I consider myself to be black first. I put my people over anything. And the people who are not black first and who are not down with the progression, stay away from me. But do I hate you? No. Because I wasn't taught to hate anybody. I wasn't taught to hate anyone. And I wouldn't come on my channel and promote that to anyone. To hate anybody for whatever they do or for whoever they are. Us hating white people is not going to get us nowhere. You see? That's not going to get us anywhere. That's not going to make us become more progressive. Oh, I hate white people, so I'm for my people because I hate the white man. No. No. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. The question should be, if you for your people, what are you trying to do to help your people? What are you doing to help yourself? You see? Nah, it's not stop blaming the white man, Jalen. It's stop hating the white man. Because it ain't the white man's fault. It's a system that's ran by white people. It's the system. It's not the white man who lived next door to me that I need to be hating. I don't need to hate him. I have no reason to hate him. What is the reason for me hating my white neighbors? Huh? What would be the reason for that? How is that going to change the condition of my people as a whole? It's not. What we should do is know what the system is about and the people who run the system. Exactly. Exactly. Be cautious of him, meaning be aware. be aware. But we should be aware of that and the people who run the system. Because the system is the problem. The system is what promotes the mindset of hatred. That's right, Black Beauty. Get them likes up. I appreciate that, Black Beauty. It's not, my brother Gab. It's not. It's not. So should I raise my children and tell my sons, oh, you need to hate white people? That's what I should tell my sons. Grow up and hate white people. For what? For what? It's the system that's the problem. It's the system that pushes the propaganda of hatred. Because the system is the same people who tells the white people to hate black people for being black. Did y'all know that? It's the system that promotes black people to go at each other. Did y'all know that? It's the system that does this. It's not my next door neighbor. It's not the people who live upstairs from me. It's not them. It's the system. All of us are victims of propaganda. All of us. I've said this numerous times. I did shows about propaganda on my channel. Exactly, bro. You have to be taught to hate, just like you have to be taught to love. So the hatred that you use to create content on your channel is manufactured. And it's manufactured by the white supremacist system. You see? Because they make money off of your hatred. They make money off of it. See? This is why they keep fueling it. Now, when you make streams constantly just talking about people because you don't like their ideology, that's content creating. Now, I'm not saying you can't have a difference of opinion or not agree with someone. But like my mom always told me, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And a lot of us are content creators. We don't really create content. We content create. And it's sad, man. Because then these same people who are content creators turn around and say we should support each other. Why the hell should I support someone who hates on me or who hate me? Why should I support them? Why? Makes no sense to me. Makes no sense. If we're about progression for our people, then that's what we need to be talking about. That's what we need to be talking about. What do we do to progress our people? What part are we going to play in this? Because there's no room for hatred. When you're dealing with progression, there's no room for it. You see? It's crazy. So we need to start doing what we say we about. But one thing we need to establish is a code of conduct. A lot of us, like I mentioned last night, a lot of us like to talk about Dr. Francis Cress Welsing and Neely Fuller, but we're not implementing the compensatory code that was created. That talks about code of conduct. So it's not good to run around on your channel and talk about how much you hate somebody. You off code. Because what you're doing is if you actually do dislike something so much that you hate it, you'll do something about it. You will actually do something about it. If you hate it that much, you'll do something about it. You wouldn't keep talking about it. You wouldn't run around and tell the whole YouTube world, oh, I hate this person. I hate this. I hate that. Do something about it. Stay away from that person. Ignore that person. You'll kill something a lot faster by ignoring it than constantly saying you hate it. Because guess what? You still giving them that energy. You still fueling them. You still giving them energy. But you know what will destroy them a lot faster? Ignore them. Ignore it. If we ignore it, it will cease to exist in our world. But if we keep talking about it and talking about it and talking about it, it's going to continue to live. You see? That's like if you have two kids, right? And you tell one kid all you do is badger them and talk about how much you don't like what they do. And you always putting them down. You just being hateful and being negative to the kid. You're still putting energy and effort into that kid. You're just gonna produce negative things. You're gonna get a negative result. But take the other kid and never say nothing to him. Ignore him. That will hurt them even more. That will hurt them even more. You see? I once heard They say you can even do that with plants. Speak negative into a plant. The plant will still grow. It probably just wouldn't grow fast as you want it to. Or it may grow wrong. But ignore the plant. The plant will die. Don't water it. Don't put it in the sun. Don't do none of that. Don't talk to it. The plant will die faster than the plant that you speaking hatred into. You see? So do that with things you don't like. Do that with people you don't like. If since you were a hater, instead of being a hater, find something progressive to do with the energy. Because if you ignore something, it doesn't affect you. It doesn't affect you. And everybody wants to be recognized. Everything. And everybody. So if you don't pay it no attention, guess what happens? It disappears. It disappears. So being a content creator, all it's really doing is showing the character of who you are. So if you a content creator and try to rally people to hate other people, that just shows you a hateful person. And that you really don't have anything positive to offer. And you don't have positive people around you. Because the people who go to listen to that shit, that know you spewing hatred, they're filled with hatred. That's why they want to hear it. That's why they want to hear it. And that's why they keep tuning in and keep tuning in and keep tuning in. Because they agree with you. To a certain extent, they agree. So let's stop the content creating. You see? You don't blame YouTube when you get flagged. All right? Blame your content. Are you ask yourself this question. Are you a content creator or you a content creator? Which one? Are you a clout chaser? Ask yourself this. Because yes, there are groups of people who go around on YouTube flagging videos because of the type of content that people put out there, and they like to say it's hate speech and all of that. And if you constantly talking about things you hate and why you hate this and why you hate that, that's hate speech. That's hate speech. It is. It actually is hate speech. Especially when you're using the words, I hate. So you can't constantly content create, but then say, oh, we need to do better. No, you need to do better. You can't content create and say, Oh well, we need to work together. Why would I want to work with you? We need to create black businesses. Why would I want to come into your place of business when you filled with hatred? Hmm? We need to unify. Unify through hatred? Hmm? So I need to unify with you and your people, and all y'all do is talk about how much y'all hate shit. See? We need to think, y'all. We need to think. So I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. I'll be back later. I'll be back later, y'all. Appreciate all the love and the support. Yep, that plant will grow with a retardation. Shout out to my brother Gab Talk Media. Shout out to my sister Chocolate Chocolate Black Beauty. Shout out to Chef JT. Shout out to JB Back. Shout out to Bin Laden. Shout out to Sister Krista Taylor. Home team is in the building. Shout out to Mimi Doll. Shout out to Mimi Doll. Shout out to the Thunder God, Zeus Flippy. Shout out to Grateful and Blessed. Shout out to Doug the Diplomat, my day one brother. Shout out to my brother Uncle Shug. Shout out to Jalen TV Podcast. See who else up in here. Shout out to Dolomite. Shout out to Ty Brown on the check-in. Triple darkness, triple geek. Shout out to Marquita. Shout out to J Dog. Shout out to everybody that's listening. I appreciate the love, man. Appreciate all the love and the support, man. Very much appreciate it. Content creators, y'all. Are we content creators or we content creators? No doubt. Thanks a lot, Grateful and Blessed. I appreciate the support. Are we content creators or we content creators? Ask yourself that before making your content. Is this content hateful content? Or is it going to help and uplift our people? Is it a helpful message or is it a destructful message? I'm your host, DS1 Ross, represent Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'll be back later, y'all. I appreciate it. Peace. Oh, before we go, We gotta heal before we build, y'all. Heal before we build. So we could get that hatred up out of us. Because if we try to build before we heal, we're going to continue to destroy ourselves. Because that's what we've been doing all this time. With all this content creating, with all this clout chasing, we just destroying ourselves, man. And the system is sitting back winning and laughing. I'll let y'all later. Peace.